Launch order. Good morning, everybody. Today we are at the fifth and the final day of 1 week FDP on Six Sigma. Today we have two speakers. The first speaker is Dr. Vinod S. Puranik, and the second speaker is Mushtaq Basha. The first session will be handled by Dr. Vinod S. Puranik. It's my pleasure to introduce today's speaker, Dr. Vinod S. Puranik. Sir is a professor and head of the Department of Industrial and Production Engineering at Basaveshwar Engineering College, Bagalkot. Sir's research areas are management techniques, industrial engineering, energy management, total quality management, scheduling, and additive manufacturing. If we are going to look at the academic profile of Dr. V.S. Puranik, he has completed his PhD in energy management from PSG College of Technology, Coimbatore in the year 2003. Sir has completed his ME again from PSG College of Technology, Coimbatore in the area of industrial engineering in the year 1990. Sir is a proud alumni of Basaveshwar Engineering College who has completed his PE Mechanical in the year 1984. Sir is a teacher by himself, and his father was also a teacher. Since 1985, Sir is working at the various positions of lecturer, professor, assistant professor, HOD of Management Studies, HOD of IP Department in the Basaveshwar Engineering College. Now, presently, he is working as a professor and head of the Department of Industrial and Production Engineering, and he has a total experience of 35 years. He has a lot of administrative responsibilities at Basaveshwar Engineering College since from joining in the year 1985. Presently, he is, as I told you already, he's head of the Department of IPE. He was coordinator for the examination section, which was then granted in 2007 for the autonomous college. He was also a coordinator for the college strategic management group. He's a member, secretary, academic council, Basaveshwar Engineering College, Bagalkot, and he has also held various responsibilities at the university level. He's a BOS member of VTU. Then he's also a LIC committee member of VTU. So, if you are going to look at the publications of Dr. V.S. Puranik, he has published 54 papers in various national, international journals as well as conferences. Sir has guided 10 MTech projects, and also 6 PhDs have been guided by him, and still 6 are in the pipeline. 6 have completed and six are in the pipeline. At the end, one more important point I want to emphasize about Dr. V.S. Puranik. Dr. V.S. Puranik is my teacher. So that is, I am a proud student of Dr. V.S. Puranik. Sir, it's over to you. Thank you.
So again, welcome to everyone. Welcome. First, I would like to thank you, Dr. Jawali sir, for briefing me. I don't know how much I'm. Actually, to that extent, anyway. So thanks to Chailakshmi Madam, Bhatt Madam, and also I'm very much thankful to Principal sir, giving me this opportunity to be a part of this FDP program. So I just want to. I will start, sir. Actually,
Okay.
And I welcome all the participants across the various engineering colleges and polytechnics. So it will be very. I'm not able to see you all, but actually it's my pleasure, so that I'll be the part of your. The FDP programs. So okay, sir. Is it visible, sir?
Still, it is not visible, sir.
Not visible.
Sir, you click on that Vinod Puranik presentation and click on the pin to screen. Small,
Okay.
then it will.
1 minute, sir.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Is it visible now, sir?
Yeah. Is it visible? Go to the presentation mode, sir.
I will go there. I'll go there.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Fine. Fantastic.
Is it okay, sir?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, HOD, Department of Industrial Production Engineering, Process Engineering College, Bagalkot. Of course, you're all witness for the last 5 days about the Six Sigma applications. So I just want to summarize the what happened till now actually, so that like I will be able to connect you to the my work or my presentations. You all know that that you talked about what is the business environment, what is the changing management paradigms, what is productivity, what is quality, history of the quality. Then he also explained about the classification of the problems, approaches, and how to solve those problems. And he just talked about the Six Sigma and in depth about the overview of Six Sigma, and we'll end with some case study of his HAL, this one. So in the second day sessions, Mr. Gaurish is all talk about the powerful process of improvement tool and how Six Sigma is very useful. Yes, explained about that. So in the next sessions, Professor Gangali Mati is talking about the DMAIC and he end with one very important case studies of some example he has quoted actually. And in the next day actually, and one was Professor Kardivarmat. So he's explained about what are the challenges of business global market, and what is supply chain management, and what is lean manufacturing, which are all are the part of the Six Sigma this one process. And he has also explained about how this one Six Sigma this one can be applicable to the supply chain management. And in the later this one, they talked about the data patterns, where the statistical analysis and all the things are very, very important actually. And in the yesterday's class, I mean, he's taken about how this one Six Sigma tools and techniques will be helpful. Is it not? So those are the very important things you already learned actually. So these are very, very important. Even though the Six Sigma may not be very new to that, but the contents and other things will be very useful, especially this FDP programs. Today I want to continue with the same thing. I just want to talk more about some issues about the Six Sigma, and then we'll end up with some case analysis. So these are my outline. What are the Six Sigma projects, then implementation strategies, and the case analysis. So before that, I just want to know that, of course, during these 4 days of this seminar, I think we all know about, I mean, you learned what exactly the Six Sigma actually. It is not just in calculations. So there is a need of the transformation is very important actually. If you look at this particular picture, you will come to know that just I want to read it. I think it will be a better one. A corporation is a living organism. It has to continue to shed its skin. Methods have to change. Focus has to change. Values has to change. The sum total of those changes is the transformations. This is not just an apply and get the things done. No, you have to change. The culture has to change. So this is very important. I mean, given by the Andrew Group. So one more thing I want to this one to successful Six Sigma projects are very important, where we need the strong and stable management team. Then only Six Sigma projects can be successful actually. So these are the Six Sigma projects. What I just want to start with that. So what are the Six Sigma and how the Juran will be the pioneer in talking about the quality projects? Is it not? So he developed a very important quality management concept, tools, and the great deal of impact on Japanese and American quality and competitive positions. So when you look at the Six Sigma projects, excuse me, Jodi sir, I just want to add one more things. I want to add one more presentation here. Shall we do that? Jodi sir?
Okay, sir, you can add.
Yeah,
No problem.
Just to add also a little bit. Okay. So is it visible, sir?
Yes, sir.
Is it visible? Okay, sir. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Just I used wrong this one, sir. Presentation. This one. Okay. So these are the things are there. So for a Six Sigma projects, what are the important things? What exactly we want to do that? Of course, there are so many calculations are available. So many things are available with us. So what is more important is the project management tool. How you identify the best project? What should be the basic team? How you are going to plan? How you are going to control the cost? What are the different tools you are going to use it? And what are the different evaluation methods? So these are very, very important to start with the Six Sigma projects. And it is very important also to know about what are the best Six Sigma projects. How you are going to select the Six Sigma projects? I think we'll look at the different this one here list of Six Sigma projects. It may be areas for improvement where you need to improve it. There are some defects are there in your organizations. So anything you have recently been audited or formally rejected for. So anything you haven't been audited or rejected for, but you know about what is the specification or not meeting the regulations. So these are the problems are there, internal defects. So any scrap issues or any materials, so anything you want to rework, cycle, there's so many problems are there. So you have to work on that. Then the problems like efficiency, the problems like capacity issues. So and anywhere you make less parts than expected. So these are the problems area where we can think about the projects. So this is very important to see. Any organizations will look after this. These are the problems they are existing and how to tackle the things. So and just continue with some more projects. Any project should have identifiable process inputs and outputs. And one more thing you have to remember that in a good Six Sigma project, it never be a predetermined solutions. So you have to work and get the better solutions. So if we know everything, so we can just fix it. There is no question of that. If you have an answer, you do that. So it is not like that. So Six Sigma, you have to work on that. You have to plan on that. So you have to give the training to the operators, how to work, how to, I mean, different methodology, how to develop it. So a lot of approaches are required, and understanding of the entire process is very important. It is not just like, okay, you can just create a Six Sigma, let us start it. It is not like that. So this is very important for us, how to understand the variation of the process, how to control it, and how to eliminate the defects. So this is a very important things we have to consider for selecting the good Six Sigma projects. And next is very important is where we are very much worried about the Six Sigma projects are the failure. So how you are going to this one avoid the Six Sigma project failure? Actually, I start with, so what happens when the process improvement method fails to improve the failing process? See, we all know that as per the experts, as per the what I collected the informations, almost 80% of this project fail due to the to deliver the improvements they promise. So these are the problems actually there, is it not? So then the question raises: is it the methodology itself, or is the problem in the applications? So we all know that there is a very strong Six Sigma methodology is available with us. That is DMAIC. We can. It's a very good method to remove the defects, and we know that it uses the objective like statistical to precisely identify the process defects, and it recruits the A-level employees with expertise in both Six Sigma and the processing questions. So with all these factors in its favor, why aren't some organizations are getting this one? I mean, not able to get a better process improvement in the I mean results actually it is. See, it is very important is why it is not working. So what are the factors? As we all know that these are the factors. Very good tool is available with us. Even after that, we are not able to achieve the good results. So this is very important things we should know about it. So these are some of the flawed application can take on the several forms. So first one, I just want to do that. So there is little and no support from the upper management. So this is very important. So regardless how accurately the project is there. So this is, and what are the defects are there. See, the question is the support of the upper management. Without the support of the upper management, you cannot do that. So we need a support and involvement organizational leadership. The solution is not likely to become the part of our daily operations. So projects need a support of leadership to obtain the financing, very important, the overcome the obstacles, and to help the team's improvements to take root in company culture and become the permanent part of doing the business. It is not just without that we're not able to continue the projects. No doubt the Six Sigma has its own I mean, we are able to get good results, but these are the things we have to take into the consideration. And second one is the erratic team leadership. So as we know that it is generally happening in most of the organizations. So project teams are usually captained by usually an experienced black belt who keeps the team on track and moving forward. The unfortunate thing is once the team starts making progress, the black belt is usually transferred to the another project. So this is happening in most of the organizations. So this is very serious issue actually. So once the project team is loses the strong leadership, it risks and losing the sight of its objective and not meeting the performance goal. So these are the problems we have to take care of that. So these are the flaws why we are not able to meet, I mean, not able to achieve the Six Sigma results. So one more thing I want to think, that is the no connection to finance performance. We all know that, so only money talks. See, Six Sigma initiatives that have, we all know that it will definitely decreases the cost of manufacturing and will definitely, I mean, will lot of gain in the revenues and all the things. Here the question is, are you not able to, I mean, reach the things? See, we all know that the most of the organizations, they want the immediate, achieving the success in terms of finance. Most of the things we observe that they may not support us, which are not connected to the financial performance immediately actually. So these are some of the application, I mean, the problems we are facing, why we are not able to, reach, I mean, not able to, get the results of Six Sigma. Then the things are there. Once we know the problems, so how to address this? How to address this to improve the quality of the projects, improvement projects? The first one, there are several actions we can address this. The common reasons for Six Sigma, the project failure. First important thing is bridge the gap with the management. So it's very important. So whatever the difference of opinions are there, whatever the what we can say that the leadership, the top leadership. So we need the full support of Six Sigma for this. Is it? Say, and without their resistance. And what we can important is Six Sigma initiatives through black belts and master black belts are also very crucial for this success. So what are the gaps are there? We have to do the. I mean, we have to close our. We have to. I mean, what to bridge the gap of that things actually. So those are very important actually. And the second one is the consistent team leadership. As I told in the last, just now I told about that. So it's very important. So if possible, you keep the back beds who lead the Six Sigma teams in place until the project is completed. Please don't transfer to the other projects. That would be a problem with that. So if there is a long-term commitment, in this one, sometimes it may not be possible, but at least till the project has to be completed. So, and one more very important is whoever is leading the team, he has to groom the successor. That's very important. Where we are failed to do that, so he has to groom a successor to replace their leadership actually. So wherever the feasible, keep the black belts assigned to a team as a part of the as a part-time leaders. So that's very important. He has to consistent team leadership is always very important for the success of Six Sigma projects actually. And promote projects. Sorry, I'll just go to the previous slide. So promote a project's financial impact. So this is very important. So a project with easily understand the financial benefits helps focus to attention of both its team members and the organization of leadership. So what is more important is, so what is its financial impact? So any projects we want to start, so Six Sigma projects, because we all know that it is very important that how this Six Sigma project will impact in the financial benefit actually. So that is very important, because most of the organizations they are very much focused on the financial benefits. And one thing is very sure that only using the Six Sigma project, principles does not guarantee the successful process improvement. It's very important. So the key success is applying the Six Sigma methodology strategically and correctly. That's very important. It's just okay. How the Six Sigma tools are available with us, just apply and that results in success. It is not guaranteed. So what is more important is, so how we are going to apply, what are the correct way of applying the methodology is very important. Then correcting the problems that are most common in Six Sigma projects can help increase your success in the process improvement. So that's very important actually. So one more thing I just want to, the last one, use of better method. See, always there is a question arises. I mean, we used to ask a questions. Which is the best method? So it is definitely a wrong question. Which is the best method? See, what is more important is how you are going to apply. That means there are different situations are there. In what situation, what method we are going to apply it. So there is not a fixed method. And we all know that we cannot copy from one organization to another organization. It may help us to do a better job, but what is more important is we're not able to, copy the things and do the things, is it not? So there are so many applications are there. Six Sigma is there. Six Sigma lean methodology is there. The approaches can be mixed and matched as individual situation required. That's very important for us. So as per the situation, we have to change the methodology. Sometimes there is a combination of methodology also required actually. So that is very important. So those important decisions, will help us to be successful of Six Sigma projects actually. And next things I want to talk about, then how to find out the project, perfect project for Six Sigma success. Of course, I already told some of the things. There are some very important things are there. as we all know that Six Sigma isn't a tool for every problems. Okay, so here the some tips for finding just the right organizational issues that Six Sigma can successfully address. That is the leadership. Of course, I already told about something about the leadership. So the best Six Sigma projects involve the senior leadership from the start. So as you will need leaders who can help define and structure the strategy for choosing a project. So and rally, and very important is the executive and the department heads. So how you do the things, how you are going to arrange the things. So that is very, very important. The polling the leadership, the right person for the right work. So that is very, very important actually. And look for the process-oriented problems. So that is very important. So there will be no shortage of problems to fix in your business. There are so many problems are there. We all know that. There are so many problems to achieve Six Sigma is not an easy task. There are many issues are there. So what is very important is how you are going to tackle the problems, how you are tackle the issues actually. Is it not? So methodology might not work well, but with the other business issues. So what is you have to work is to keep it targeted at the solving the process errors. So that's very, very important. See, here Six Sigma is a process actually. So you have to minimize, tackle those problems actually. Okay, and you have to be very careful, and you have to give most attention to the determine a process that needs the attentions. Okay, so you want to drill down and get the specific. For example, if you are trying to limit the amount of variation or in a product, or even that can be applicable even for the software defects. See, you need to explicitly investigate each error or defect to determine which one is the most pressing. So that's very, very important. How you are able to do that actually. So you can't solve every problem at once. That's very important. So in the Six Sigma, we all know that you cannot fix it all the problems at once. So we, of course, in the last previous sessions, the resource persons already explained about how to this one with the help of different tools. Actually, they already explained about it. I don't want to go in detail about that. Right? So this is very, very important. How you should look. Problems you are going to face. How it is important to remember to take it one step at a time. And the Pareto analysis is there where we are able to address which is most critical problem to solve. Is it not? It will prioritize our problems, and we are able to solve it actually. So those are the things are useful for us actually. And second one is look to this one. Look for the process-oriented problems. This is very, very important again. As I just now told. So those are very, very important. How you look at the process, what the process, the importance of the process. So we all know that what the importance of the process actually. So if I give a small example, like for making a dosa, even though the materials is very good, if the process is not good, if the tawa is not good, definitely we are not able to get a good dosa. So the process becomes very, very important. We have to be more focused on the process to get a better products. So the main Six Sigma is try to get the solution of get into the process things. The next thing is look to the customer. So very important. The customer is very, very important. So what exactly the customer need actually? So you should look at the customer and even not. We all know that, especially in when we talk about the quality management or total quality management, the customer definition of customer is not just only the customer at the end user. No. Even the internal departments and all the things are customers. So you have to be, it's very, very important. While you are working on the projects, so it's very, very important to look at the other departments and discover, so which are the potential projects, qualifying projects. That's very important, qualifying the projects. The next one is, so ask your stakeholders. See, listening the stakeholders helps to create a better products and service during the development stage. That's very, very important. So you just listen your stakeholders. So, and also it will help us to identify the the fixable pain points after that product, service, or if it is a software or hardware, whatever it is actually. So it is better you have to, ask your stakeholders. And the next one I just want to talk about is identify the variations, but consider its impact. So it is very important to identify the process with the most variations, as now I told. Then use that list to determine which problems have the most significant effect on the overall business. So it's very, very critical. Of course, in the last, previous sessions, they already told critical factors to the quality. They told actually. So those are very, very important. So you have to be consider what is the significant effect on the overall business, because it is very critical to define the problems and not to expand the scope of Six Sigma projects, to examine every problem in a process. So very important actually. But one that is having the most impact, that you have to consider. The project ideas can be prioritized based on the senior leadership and the strategic business goals and matrices. See, that's very, very important. You have to consult the senior leadership, and so those are the things that are very, very impact. And what is this impact you have to analyze actually. It is without that your planning and all the things, it is difficult. Your project or your Six Sigma project will be successful actually. And trying something new. See, actually, that's very, very important. Of course, in the previous this one resource persons, they already told about the phase method, about that define, measure, analyze, improve, control. And then one more is that if there's a new product is there, so there's one more, to design the things like define, measurement, analysis, design, and verify. So if there is a new product or new things are there, if you want to try a new thing, so you have to start from the scratch. Okay, so and you have to look at the different angles. See, because as I told in my this one previously I told. So Six Sigma projects, at the initial instant, we don't have the solutions actually. So we have to work it out. So what will be the better solutions? So if there is a new thing, because we always try to do differently actually. So if there is a project to start from the scratch, is it not? So look at the other way. So if the new service or new product, is it not? So those things we have to be focused, and we can make use of DMA, DV actually. That is the define, measurement, analysis, design, and the verify. So these are the best way or to find out the perfect project for Six Sigma success. That's very, very important actually. So before the Six Sigma project you want to start, you should know that whether how much we are able to succeed. So that is very, very important. And very important thing is the strategy for implementation of Six Sigma projects. So what should be very important is the process maturity. See, if any organization adopt or deploy Six Sigma, they have to go through the several stages of maturity. So until now, however, there has been no formal description about this evaluations. So the Six Sigma maturity model, it will introduce, as I just looking, you just see that how the maturity we are able to, get it with respect to the time actually is it not? So the initially no process measurement of control. So we go for the pilot programs actually. Let us, okay, we'll try it, and we are applying a lot of pilot projects actually. We try to get it actually. We measure and all the things. We are applying Lean Six Sigma. So we will start with respect to the time, and after some time, so we'll get some breakthrough performance, some improvements we are able to achieve again. So this is the way how we are able to get the process maturity, and it is very important actually while doing the Six Sigma project. The benchmark is again very important. So we have to benchmark where their companies stand in relation to the broader patterns and experience by the other organizations. That's very important. So to get this actually, we have to be benchmark ourselves where the status of our, where we stand actually. So, and we have to assess the areas of strength and performance gaps and in their deployments. That's very, very important. We have to look at where we stand. That means we have to do the SWOT analysis actually. So that's very, very important actually. We have to pinpoint the specific steps they might have take to closer to the gaps, is it not? And graduate to the next stage of the Six Sigma journey. It's very, very important. How this particular graph shows how actually we are able to do that. And as we know that, as the process maturity, again, as I want to tell you about, the Six Sigma project is not just okay, we are able to reach it, okay, or we are able to get the benefit. There's no end of that. So we should have the continuous improvement culture is very important. It is a continuous process. We know that PDCA cycle, Deming's wheel, is it not? It will not end. It is a wheel, actually. It is. So it has to be a continuous improvement culture. We should have it. It is not one what we can say one day affair, or okay, we have achieved and okay, we do the celebrations. That's not the end. It is the beginning. So I have to enhance the measurements. We have to drive and direct change. Of course, the Kaizen where continuous improvement is there. We have to identify the things. What is more important is we have to develop the culture actually, and we have to communicate the progress to the Six Sigma teams, to the broader community within their companies, and garner the support for the continuous improvement efforts. So that's very, very important. That's what the process maturity of the Six Sigma projects. That should be our strategy activities. So whenever you want to start it, we should have the strategy of that. So this is what the things are there. How how will launch actually. Then early success. That's what we can call it a level 2. Just I have taken some references for this. So we are level 1 takes 3 to 9 months. Then level 2 takes 6 to 18 months. Okay. So this is the way how we are going to get the maturity of the things. Then the scale replications, goals, project tracking, success, copy success, career development. A lot of things are there. Then institutionalizations is there, level 4 actually. So that requires 24 to 48 months. Then what is very important in the last stage, the cultural transformation is very, very important. That should be our final goal. It becomes the culture actually. It is not okay, let us have the one equation is there, just apply the equation and get the result done. Nothing like that. It should be culture transformation is very, very important actually. Next, I want to see that the customer, the experience, do you measure it? So that's very, very important. So you have to analyze the customer. The customer is very, very important for us. We have to analyze the customer service. So where we can able to, first you have to define the customer service. See, we all know that the Sigma, we have to determine, so what is the problem? What do we want to do achieve actually? That's very important. We should have the clear goal with us actually. What we have to this one. So in order to fix the problems, you have to understand the problems. Can you clearly describe the problems that takes place? Can you define it? What is happening? Why it is happening? The first step of Six Sigma is to clarify and understand the customer service problem. Once this is done, we are ready to move on towards the fixing the problems. This is very, very important actually. So we have to fix, we have to define the customer service. We have to measure what the customer is what actually. So then measure the customer service. So the continuation of that, so we have to understand, we have to measure the data and effect of the problems taking place. So once we understand what is going on, we can outline variables and details associated with it. Our problems, what we are attempting to resolve, seek every piece of evidence associated with the customer service actions, so that we are accurately planned to perfect the service offering. That's very, very, very important actually. So while you are working with the project, this one, you have to be this one. You, look at the things. So very important. Again, I just want to with the process excellence. The process excellence where is very, very important because you should be an excellent one actually. It constitutes the process innovations, the process management, then process improvement. So what we can call it as the center of excellence actually. So you have to identify, create the new products and processes, and maintain it. Process improvement is required. Improve the existing process to increasing the values. Then under the process management, you maintain standardize the process. Then leverage of improvements is very important. See, this is very important. See, whenever you want to go for Six Sigma, the process excellence should be there. It should be very essential actually. And this is what the things are there actually. Again, the process maturity level where you are actually. So when you look at the risk, see, there's always we know that. So for any new projects or any even in Six Sigma projects, the risk is always, it's there always with us actually. If you look at this particular slide, you will come to know that. So how the things are there. When you are not performing, the risk is high risk. Just different levels are there here. Different level 1 initial, disciplined process, then standard consistent process. Is it managed? Then the predictable process. Okay. So this is where how the things are there. You look at, there are two things are there. Then the risk and the productivity and the quality actually. So how look at that actually. So when you finally you are able to reach the level 5, that optimized, is it not? So you are definitely sure that you are able to reach the quality. This one you are able to achieve your goal actually. So this is the way how the Lean Six Sigma and the process maturity level. Where are you? You can see this particular slide will help us where we stand actually. Is it not? So once we know that where we stand, we are able to improve ourselves, and also it will give the status of our position actually. So this will help us, and also it is very important is how we are able to optimizing the things actually. And very important is your business strategy and the voice of business and the voice of customer. It's very important. So there are many scorecards are there, business unit scorecards are there. So how you do with the voice of the customer? So of course there are many tools are there. One of the cool tool, of course, in the last resource I already explained about that, the QFD actually, quality function deployment actually. So where through that we are able to understand what the need of the customer, what the need of the customer. So once we know the need of the customer, we are able to strategically we can plan it, and also voice of the business is also very important. So because that gives us the strength and weaknesses of the organization actually, where what is the things are required, what are the facilities are available, so what are the human resources are available actually, and what is the financial condition of the organizations. So those things are very much important to develop the strategical plan for that. So once you plan it and let us have the business objectives. So you measure the business, measures, you can do that. So strategic customer financial operations, then processes, okay, then employees. So these are the things are there. And then one more tool is there. One of the very important in lean, especially in lean management, they are using the value stream, where you can understand the existing process. Okay, so that will help us to take a better project. We can understand what is the existing the status of the organizations, so that we are able to identify the best project, and so that we can work with that. So that are the things are there. So the strategy becomes a very important. I just want to again I want to repeat. So whenever we work on the Six Sigma, okay, again I would like to repeat the things. There are so many tools are available. It will really helpful. It will understand, because we all know that. Moving from 2 Sigma, 3 Sigma. See, from 2 Sigma to 3 Sigma or 4 Sigma, it will not that much difficult. But to reaching the 6 Sigma is very difficult and also very important. So your studies should be very strong actually to reach that level actually. So it's very important. Okay. Then just I want to the things the customer focus actually. So this is the importance to the customers and high to moderate to low. You see that where we are there here actually. So your performance compared to the competitors. So that's very important is we all, because see, Six Sigma not only will help us to improve the I mean, what you can say that the position of the organizations, and at the same time we are able to, I mean, what you can say that we have to compare the performance, our performance with the competitors. So we all know that today's market is totally based on the competitions. See, in the earlier, we all thought about the loyalty of the customer and all the things. Now the days are very, very different actually. The always the customer switch over to different products. So there is a question of loyalty is a question mark now actually. So we have to be consistent in our quality, and that will be the only solution for us. Of course, Six Sigma becomes one of the very important tool for us to meet that the problems actually. So always you look at your customer, what the customer's competition. Oh, we're able to, you not only to look at our this one, improve our performances, but at the same time we have to take over the competitions of the other manufacturers. So that is very, very important actually. Then, so this is again a very important thing is to understanding the gaps. The question is, have you analyzed your gaps? Then that comes about your business alignment planning, how you are going to plan your business, this one. Then whether you are evaluated the market positions, where your market position is there, and who are the competitors and how we are able to, I mean, overcome those competition and all the things. And also estimate the breakthrough potential. So that is very, very important. And as I told earlier, establishing a benchmarking is very, very important. Very important. You benchmarking with the other competitors, so that if you are able to, I mean, if you establish the benchmark, that will become the immediate goal to reach that. So that will be very, very important to establish the benchmark. And the ownership and the findings. See, that's very, very important. Again, I just want to repeat, of course, again, keep on telling about that. Six Sigma or any quality things, the ownership becomes very, very important. And that's all about the Six Sigma actually. And very important is you have to identify the barriers for the implementation. Of course, I already explained about that. So you have to identify the barriers. There's always the barriers are there for the implementation point of view. You have to identify how to overcome those barriers. Whether is it the barriers with respect to the management, top management, or with it to the employees and all the things, or is it with the any government policies and all the things. So all these barriers you have to look after and try to solve those barriers. And also very important is you have to identify the risk. That's very important. For every project, there is a risk are always associated with that. So you have to look at the risk, how we are able to avoid that risk. So, and then definitely there are opportunities, how to look at the opportunities and move forward. So those are the things very, very important. You have to analyze your gaps. So what is your business strategy? What are the key performance indicators? So I don't want to explain you much on the key performance indicators. You have to look at what are the key performance indicators. Is it not? Then what are your core business processes? So when you look at the leadership processes, that will look at the core business processes that is connected to your process output measures. Then look for the key performance indicators. What are your key performance indicators? Then very important is and finally you reach the marketplace, and what is the critical to the satisfactions. That's very important. Satisfaction becomes, as I told you, the loyalty is not at all there now. It is very important to satisfy the customers actually. So how you are able to satisfy the customer is very, very important actually. Then once you know all the things, after analyzing the gap, you have to move forward actually. So you have to fill the gap actually. You have to fill the gap. So the question is, have you closed the gaps? How have you closed the gaps actually? Okay, so you focus on closing the gaps, whatever these are there. Okay, maybe it may be a business strategy or your core business process, whatever the performance indicators. Okay, so after looking at the gap analysis, I mean your where you stand yourself, so you look at the key improvement areas. So what are those? Your potential projects. So where the Six Sigma comes into the picture actually. So you have to deploy the key improvement areas into the potential project. You convert it. So whatever, whenever you just compare with the other competitors, or you want to improve yourself, so you have to, look at the areas of, the project you convert into the project actually, and you select the projects that will have the greatest impact on driving the business and key performance indicators. So what is very, very important, and also very important, is the critical to the customer requirements. It's very, very important. Critical to the customer's qualities, what exactly they need actually, what actually they want actually. So that's very, very important. So the key improvement areas, if you look at this particular slide, that is the potential projects and active projects. So that's very, very important. So once you know, you are identify the projects, so how you are able to move forward. So that's very, very important. So whatever the gaps, you understood this one, so you have to fill those gaps. Of course, it is already told in the previous this one. I want to show that because these are part and parcel of the this one. Now we all know that Lean Six Sigma becomes a very, very important tool for us. So these are the some because they are both are a complement to each other actually. So when you look at the Lean, it is it is little bit focus on flow actually. It is Six Sigma is focus on problem. So your approach is qualitative. So Six Sigma is quantitative. It's a very good mix. And the Lean goal is reduce the waste. And here also the reduce the waste. And here in the Lean, reduce the waste and increase the process speed. So and in the Lean, impact is incremental. So if you look at the impact, is the larger impact is there in the Six Sigma actually. And here in the Lean, change is a transition, but what we need in the Six Sigma is change is transformation actually. So in the Lean, we are using the Kaizen events, that is the continuous improvement, the value stream mapping, then process balancing, constraint identifications, then mistake proofing. Those are the things are there. So in the Six Sigma, the management engagement 100% dedicated as champions and black belts. Then use DMAIC with TQM tools to eliminate the variation. See, you just look at these things, how these are complementing to each other. So this is very, very important. So if you look at the enablers of Lean speed enables Six Sigma quality, and Six Sigma quality enables the Lean speed. See, look at these two things are very, very important while you are working with the Six Sigma projects actually. So very interesting things is there here actually. And just I want to give some comparisons, tool comparisons where you are using Six Sigma, Kaizen, and the Lean. Actually. Look at the slides. So what are the different tools and techniques? Of course, already explained by the previous resource persons. Just I want to give the link about actually. Look at the things, design of experiments, where we are Six Sigma is taking care of them. Then risk assessment tool. So where if you look at the Kaizen, so there is a continuous improvement, and we are looking after the different tools are there, cause and effective diagrams, how to eliminate your waste, the 7S things are there. Then the Kanban. So many tools are available with us. So how we are able to apply, is it not? How we are going to mix the Lean and the Six Sigma becomes very, very important for us in our future activities. For any projects, so these are becomes very, very important actually. Then the Lean Six Sigma implementation. How this one actually is. See, when you look at the things, Lean Six Sigma implementation. So this is very, very important. What are the things are required? Of course, just explain, but still it is required. So your executive commitment is important. The leadership alignment is very important. You select the right problems, select the right people. That's very important. Then train the right tools, because very important is how you are the workers or the employees, they are able to use the tools properly. So that is very, very important. And very important here is the rewarding systems. They are very important, because we all know that, see, whenever you look at any project or any new projects, all the employees, what is the benefit for us? Apart from their regular salary and all the things. See, this is the main questions arises from. So what will be the benefit for us? So that's very, very important. You have to, it's a very important for the top leadership, the convenience, the entire the workforce, the benefit of this Six Sigma implementation. And there is a need of, reward systems for that. And the financial accountability is very, very important. And definitely the information system should follow, and the sales and marketing should be there. See, this is the Lean Six Sigma implementation. To make it this one realizations better, faster, and lower cost. So that is very, very important actually. So look at the benefit and the realization of the Six Sigma projects actually. Customer values, then intellectual capital, then the top line growth, then bottom line growth, and culture change. So finally, that again results the culture changes becomes very, very important things actually. So whatever the tool I use, again it has to be changed. It is again I like to repeat that is the ownership. The ownership of the work is very, very important here. And what are the different Six Sigma activities and tools? Of course, is already there. Just you see the slide actually. So we'll come to know that what are the different things are available. So of course, is in the previous resource persons already told about that. But look at, I just put in a nutshell actually. Just look at that. So what are the different tools for defining the process? How we are going to measure it? How are you going to analyze? What are the different tools are there for analyze tools? What are the activities you have to do it? Very, very important actually. So there are activities are there and the tools. What actually, for example, if you define, you identify the problem. So when you look at the tools, what is the project selection tools? Then there are many tools are there. So you look at the value stream map, then various financial analysis, then project charter, then stakeholder analysis, then Kano analysis there is there. So those are the tools where it helps us to define the problems. That's very important, how you define the problem actually. So when you come to the measure, so there again there are many activities you have to work. There is output matrix. Then validate the measurement systems. Then collect baseline data. Data is will base on so then develop the operational definitions, determine the process, then performance capability. So those are the things are there. Those are the activities you have to do. So for that, there are so many tools are available for measurement, like statistical sampling is there, measurement systems, constraint identifications, so control charts, process capability. So there are many control, tools are available for measuring the things. Then how you analyze it. So what are the activities for the analyze actually? So that's very, very important actually. So you have to quantify the opportunity. That's very, very important. So when you see, the very important thing is when you have a data, the next question, how you are going to analyze it. Okay, you have the data. So only the data is a dead one actually. So how you are going to convert to understand it? You have to conversion is very, very important. So once you know the data, how you are going to convert it actually. So you have to convert those activities are what are the root causes you have, those are the activities, then quantify the opportunities and all of them. There are many tools are available. Of course, the brainstorming is there, the basic statistical tools are available, FMEA is there, then simple and multiple regressions. Those are the tools where you have to analyze the things actually. Then for the activities for the improvement, so you have to develop the potential solutions. So once you analyze it, how you are going to improve it. See, where here that comes about for improvement, you have to implement and improvement is needed actually. So how you have to develop to be process map to the high level implementation plan, how you are going to implement it. So, is it not? Then develop the potential, the solutions. Then implementation plan. Develop the pilot plan and pilot solutions. So just let us have the pilot plan and look at what is its, the results. Okay. So any changes or any modification is required, you go ahead with that and come with the final plan and all the things. So for the tools are again your brainstorming and your process improvement techniques, then line balancing. There are so many tools are there. The Pokayoka is there. The total preventive maintenance is there. So many things are available with us. So there is no scarcity of the tools to, using for the Six Sigma projects. It's available. So all these tools are required as per our requirement, or as per the problems we have identified actually. So those are the things are there. Then finally you are controlling it. So that's very, very important. So implement the process is very important, and how you are going to monitor it. See, this is the control where you will come to know that, okay, fine, after the implementation, after the improvements are there, so how you are going to control it actually. So that is again very, very important. So you have to stabilize, you have to monitor and stabilize the process. And any opportunities are there, you have to look after that. So what are the you have to calculate the financial benefit. Those are the activities actually. Then come to the tools. Of course, the tools are there. Your control charts are there. Then very many things are there here actually. Then plan, do, check, act, as I told earlier. So it's very important actually. Then process control plans, visual process control. So many things are there you have to control. That is very important for the activities and the tools actually. Again, you just look at the things I already explained. Please just look at the slide. Six Sigma and the Lean, the needed actually already I showed in the one of the slide actually. It's not required with this slide. Let's just continue on the next slide. Then, so it's very important. So how do you generate the improvement? This is again a very important things while implementing the projects. Generate the improvement ideas. So of course we have to find out. See, for any improvement you have to find out the root causes. Of course, we all know that. Take an example of a doctor. So if you want to, improvement of the patients only possible when you know the causes. What are the causes? What are the problems with the patient actually? So then only he can give the better medicine for that. So first, that is very, very important. For any improvement ideas, you have to root causes. And then you have to look for the best practice, how you can do that. Then ideas from the other projects. That will be follow the brainstorming. Then you should have the performance targets, then benchmark ideas, and discoveries during analysis. That's very important actually. Sometimes you are not able to predict actually. So while you are doing some work, you will identify something new, which will be more useful for for the success of your project. So those are the things are there. So the improvement ideas are always will help us to go ahead with the project. So these are the things are already there. I don't want to go much on that. Just I'll give the just a link about that actually. So how your project selection done is already I told about that. It's not much required. Of course, I just want to go to the next slide. And of course, the team plan is very much essential. Team plan and all the things. And you should know that how you define the problem, how you keep up the problems. Then what are the different rules, how your introduction, how you define the problems, what are the brainstorming and all the things. So finally you come with the action plans and all the things. So those are so many things are there with us. So you have to make a team plan and all the things. Not much we're already told about this. And of course it's already there. Of course it's already even explained by the other resource persons. I don't want to go much on that. Just you look at the things. So key elements of all the things. Okay, I just want to go next. So these are the analyze phase and all the key elements are there. I don't want to go again. You already know about all those things. Again, analysis phase, different tools are there. Different tools we are able to use it actually. It is, and many things are there here. So improve phase is there. What are the key elements for the improve phase? Also, I already explained about it. Just you look at the different view of that actually, how the new process and how the things are there. How you are going to, review and all the things are there actually for the improvement purpose. an example of one SME actually. Again, the improve phase. So just go to the previous slide. These are the very important where you can understand regarding the project. See, just I want to conclude about what I just now told. I want to summarize it actually. It is. So we all know that what exactly the things are there with us. So far, to summarize all what I just now explained, there are many tools are available. So what is more important for the implementation purpose? See, I'm more focused on how you are going to implement the Six Sigma projects. What are the problems we are facing? So those are the things what I focus in my presentations. Just I want to move with some the case studies. Of course, in the previous speakers, they already explained about the various case studies along with their presentation, like defect reduction and all the things. Even one of my colleague actually is explained about how this Six Sigma will help us even in solving. One particular subjects, how improvement is possible, and all those things are he explained. See, my actually analysis, I'm again focused on which will be useful for us. We all know that most of the participants are from the colleges, maybe here in the industry, I don't know exactly, but still most of them from the college. But what is more important is how this Six Sigma will be helpful for our, improving the institution actually. Of course, already explained by one of my faculty this one about with respect to one particular subject. I just get into the overall performance of the college. We all know that because of the so many engineering colleges and all the things, very important is how we'll stand best out of that actually. So that is very, very important. How this Six Sigma will help us in this one go ahead with the other colleges. So I want to make a simple case analysis of that. So my case analysis is the application of Six Sigma for quality of engineering education. Just I want to read actually. It's very important how you define. See, the very important the things how you define the problems actually. So the key to assessing the quality in academia is to clarify, define the process and occurs in the educational settings, and to identify those processes important to the customer satisfaction. So of course, is a customer satisfaction. Let us look at in the later stage. So the vital process to customer satisfaction in academia is in educational programs. Educational programs rather than the institutions, department and degrees are assessed for quality. See, educational programs becomes very, very important for us. And very important is what are the core processes and the key customers. See, although it does not belong to any of the 5 pages of Six Sigma methodology, the identification of key process very, very important. So what are those things, key processes? So like in any of the engineering programs, how you go ahead with the strategical plan. So usually we broken into 2 parts. So one is the coursework and second one is our professional practice. So very, very important. The coursework and the professional practice with an actual employer. Also, there are the driving forces of the programs are the primary customer, that is the student, then and the program external customers, parents, then employers, then graduate schools, the community and the society and the professional societies. So those are the core processes in the in this particular system. That is the Six Sigma for quality of education actually. So when you look at and also very important thing I want to come with that. What is the importance of higher order abilities and the professions? So I'm just explaining about what is actually the things are going on in the college system. Most of the colleges in our systems. In most of the cases, the present examination system is memorization occupies the dominant place. So of course they are able to score good marks. It is fine. So what is more important? Whether are they employed? It is not just only fixed only only getting the good marks and are not that important. And the assessment process must also test the higher level of skills is very, very important to ability to apply the knowledge. So very important is not only the memorize the things and how we are able to solve the problems, solve the complex problems, analyze and synthesize the and design. So one more very important, again, I just want to add it. Our professional skills like ability to communicate, work in teams, lifelong learning have become a very important elements for employability and of the graduates. See, these are the how we are able to define the problems. So these are the things are there. See, till now we are most of the cases. We even I think very recently, of course, many of the colleges already they know about all the things. Of course, these are not new things. Most of the faculty then knew these things actually. It's not a new things. I'm just explaining about it. That's the problems with the employability of the graduates. My again analysis here is how Six Sigma can it be helpful for us to tackle this problem actually. So of course there are NBA committees are there. Of course I know that some of the colleges they already undergone the NBA accreditations and all the things. Of course. Many of us we are more focused on the documentation rather than cultivate the things. So cultivation is very important rather than just documentation. It is there. So that is the very important things we have to look after actually. And also important the examination also give the appropriate weightage to the assessment of these higher level skills and the professional competencies. So these are very important. The things are there, abilities and the professional skills. Most of things the memorization becomes the dominant place here. Of course, I already told about the core processes and the key customers. Of course, I already explained who are our the customers and all the things. Next, I want to go, once we know the core process and key personnel, this one, we have to look at the defining the phase. So we all know that in the Six Sigma, the methodology, okay. So let us start with how you define it, how you define the things. So very important to understand what customers really want and how their needs, requirements and attitude change over a time. So that is very important. You have to define the customer requirements and the program objectives. See, already we know that what the program objectives are there, how we are able to convert it. The conversion is very important actually. So a program should be driven by establishing the goals, by defining the measurable program objectives, then establishing an effective process. The process becomes very important. How you are going to implement the process actually. Then determining the program outcomes that result from achieving the program objectives. So this is very important. These are comes under the defining phase, and the define program objectives and seek the outcomes. The objectives of the program would broadly reflect the needs of the students and the community as well. See what exactly we need actually. Of course, as when I explain about the key processes and what actually happening today. So we are not actually, we are looking only for the classwork. So not beyond that. So that won't help the students when he actually joined his profession and all the things. So very important where our college can help the students to groom him actually it is. So not only, of course, the basic need is definitely the class marks and all the things. Apart from the class marks, how we are able to groom him even for the other aspect actually. So that is very important actually. So these are very important things. Of course, another very important thing before I want to go to the measurement phase, how well objectives are being met depend upon the program's outcome assessment. See, as I just now told, most of the colleges are they almost they went accreditation and some are they are going for the academic accreditations. Okay. So only thing is how you are able to. Okay, I think this particular Six Sigma may help them actually to make them. Easy for them for the NBA accreditation and all. This is what the things are there actually. Okay. Then we come to the measurement phase. So once you define the things, what the problems are existing and how we are able to solve the problems. The second is how you are going to measure that. So this particular phase, gathering the enough data to compare the business core processes. Okay. What is more important is how you are going to collect the information. So very important is whatever you collect the data should have, help us to come with some solution actually. So in many cases, a lot of time to collect enough evidence to perform the valid analysis. So again, the very important questions to ask is what to measure and how to measure activities. See, the first one, you have to measure the current performance. So there are multiple assessment tools are available with us. How you are going to measure? You look at the achievement of the program outcomes, and it's very important. You look at the what is the knowledge of the students. See, very important is the students whether they acquired the content knowledge, whether they can construct an argument, whether they are able to operate machines. What you can say that as per our expectations. Okay, so that kind of informations are very important to assess. That kind of information is useful for us during our the measurement phase. And there are many things are available actually. We have to. I can share one of the things like portfolios document is there where you can collect the achievements of the students. So you can order, can capture the most of the, what you can say that the program educational outcomes. Okay. So again, as I told about their skills and what about, even we can look at the how the professor is assigned to various work and how he is to grade the students. So what are the skills of this one, the faculties and all the things. So that those becomes a very important things in the measurement phase actually. So there are many tools are there. We all know that so before you fix the problems, the measurement phase becomes a very important tool for us. So many things are there. Of course, you already undergone that during your NBA accreditations. Okay, I just want to show like this actually. What are the things are there? Take an example of the employer survey actually. So what exactly we are going to collect? See, this is very important actually. If I look at the problems, okay, whether he is able to apply his knowledge of mathematics, science, and the engineering. Okay, what is his positive attitude actually? So there are so many questions are there. It's available actually. It's available everywhere. But these are the very important things during our measurement phase. And not only that, along with the employer survey, which is very important, is the student exit survey, then alumni survey, then co-op survey. The co-op survey where most of the organizations are looking for these people. Like that means they have the knowledge and especially and they have the professional skills also. So those things also very important. So when you look at the portfolio aspects, that means a kind of a documentation is there. How the student documented and all the things are very important actually. So this employer survey will help us in understanding what the things are needed. So along with the student exit survey, graduate survey, so many things are there here actually. I think I'm out of time, so I'll go a little bit fast about. So again, comes under the analysis phase, where the analysis phase under this one, in this phase, what we get exactly, we try to find out why the things are happening in the process the way they do actually. Okay, they also want to find out which process is involved, what is wrong, and what and how big is the opportunity for improvement. So this particular Six Sigma model, okay, responds to the questions through the database design, then a key building block for the organizations of Six Sigma system. See, what is the primary purpose of this database? To extract the information gathered for assessment tools for a particular conditions like process improvement. And also it is very important, the relationship between the students and the assessment tools data needs to be very strong and one-to-one relationship so that improvement areas are very easy to identify. And then parallel to this inference, the program is measuring the outcomes using the same data. So this is very important in the analysis phase. So And it's very important that what are the process involved and what is wrong and all the things there. Along with that, a key building block for organizations of Six Sigma system. So what these questions? What are the questions will help us in building the Six Sigma for the education purpose, especially what I told about the engineering colleges. So some of the valuable information can be drawn from the statistics on the data taken directly from the some tables. I just referred some information about that. The report on the coursework for a particular student evaluated for all portfolio aspects. Report on a particular student co-op performance. Then report on the program outcomes of the program from the alumni survey aspects. So those are the things are very important to for the purpose of analysis. Then the very important is implementation phase and improvement phase. See, very important is so far what we have done after measurement and all the things, defining, measuring, and analyzing. So very important is how we are able to implement it. So measurements are important to the effectiveness of Six Sigma programs. Very, very important. That's very much told even the previous speakers also. So, however, as very clearly, I'm just strongly I'm saying that, however, measurement by itself does not fix anything. Moreover, it can reduce the effort if the organization spends considerable time and money in collecting the and analyzing the data. So, very important is how, I mean, the quality of the data becomes very, very important. The measurement itself, it never gives any improvement, but it gives us to go ahead with the things, the Six Sigma projects. So the major value of Six Sigma program should be the use of statistical techniques and the application of continuous improvement concept. So that's very, very important. See, what I just want to tell you about that, the continuous improvement actually. So whatever the data we have collected, it is improved, our process is improved, okay? And in the implementation of phase, see what is very important is in the implementation phase, faculty together with other assessment team members will be identify the implement solution for learning the learning outcomes. So whatever the learning outcomes we have this one we have explained or we have told that should be required. See, after the collected data is analyzed and conclusions are reached, the solution must be implemented so that the overall process is improved. So very important the continuous improvement. I am always like to add the continuous improvement. It is not one-time achievement. It should be a continuous improvement. So in the implementation phase, faculty together with other assessment team members will identify and implement the solution for implementation of learning actually. Then comes the implementing improvements. See, another very important things I want to tell you about that. This is the phase where all the work of defining, measuring, and analysis process problems are pays off. And we already know that Six Sigma is usually a combination of ideas that together make us a plan for a results. Definitely. Okay. Then reconstructing a program's curriculum, especially if the same problem is detected. See, very important, especially, I mean, even the most of the, especially for the autonomous colleges, they are looking after this. So any, I mean, flaws are there in the curriculum, they can, at any time, they can rectify the things actually. So that the best syllabus can be given to the students actually. Okay. And definitely the faculty must have also play a major role in the program improvement. So many things are there actually, it is there here. And these are the people who will initiate the implement and initiate the necessary changes with respect to the above questions. So I'll go a little bit fast. This running out. And the control phase. So these are the implementation phase. The process has hopefully improved. So once it is improved, the important thing is how we are able to control it. So there are many tools are there, as I already explained previously. Okay. So because the stability is very important. It is as I clearly told to achievement. Okay, fine. One thing to stabilize the things. That is again a very, very important. Consistency is very, very important actually. Okay, so the final goal of an engineering program is to achieve its program objectives and the program outcomes. So I don't want to explain much more on the as per the, of course, AICTE new reforms policy. Those are things are involved here actually. So it was actually built over this. And what I just want to try is how this Six Sigma will help us coordinating those things actually. That's what I'm trying to explain you actually. Okay. So there are many tools are there available with us. So with these things we can again I would like to control different tools are available and how to control the process and all the things. There are many tools like ANOVA is there, which is the important test of statistical significance. So it is a test of significance for continuous data that can be used to compare more than two groups of data. And even can you go for one way or ANOVA. So many control tools are available as we can see the things how we are able to reach or the students are required to demonstrate regarding the program objectives. Okay. So finally, conclusion with respect to this particular case analysis, very clearly I want to tell you. So using Six Sigma methodology to improve the quality of the engineering educations. That's first, there is no doubt about it. But superior approach to the problem and maybe applied to the any engineering colleges settings in order to support continuous quality improvement. The presentation given is a comprehensive guide to the real-world application of Six Sigma in academia. Whatever I just explained about my presentation will be a guideline, because we cannot copy the things and let us apply here. Cut and paste is not possible here. So because each and every engineering course are different and definitely we cannot copy the things. So we can make use of the things. That's possible. Okay. And it describes how this powerful methodology may be applied to any engineering programs in order to offer high quality service to the customers is the possible actually. So these are the things I want to explain about my case with respect to that. So of course I have little time. So one more case I just which one of my student actually he did in his what again is PhD this one about the healthcare actually. So he, of course, is not clearly more focused on the Six Sigma, but it is more focused on the total quality management. I will just show you some of the slides here actually, how he worked actually. We all know that even in healthcare, there are so many problems are there. So this is one of the problems. Actually, one Mr. Gaudar actually has completed his PhD under me actually. He has done his PhD under this total quality management in one of the Bagalkot territory hospital. So these are the things are there. How he can use the technical, statistical tools to achieve his, goals, or how he is able to reduce the patient waiting time. Just look at the things. So he has used the value stream, as I told you, is one of the tool for the defining the things. Okay, you can help. Just I want to show you the things. Then what are the opportunities in patient value streams? Just I will look at the things. So what is the check-in? This is check-in doctor consultant. How much time is required? What is the lead time? So it gives us the what is actually there actually. Then so these are the observation he made actually it is. And based on this value stream, he is able to identify where the problems are there, where the unnecessary wastage is there, because usually the value stream is the major tool of the lean programming, lean management, is it not, where it is focused on the waste. So this value stream will help us how we are able to reduce the waste and things are there. And by doing this, applying this, he has able to reduce the time. And these are things he has used different tools actually, outpatient overall treatment time, descriptive statistics, and all the things. So I want to show you. So I think a few minutes are there with me. Okay, so I'll just show you that. So all the things are aware. So different is with the help of ANOVA is try to analyze the things actually. So these are the results of ANOVA. So what will be the significant variations in overall time taken for giving the treatment for the thing? Of course, anyway, in my presentation, this one I will, along with this one, I will send it actually to you all. Okay, and these are the analysis what he has adopted actually. So what is finally brought out, how ANOVA indicates the significant variation in waiting time from department to department, with the skin showing how 20 minutes to pediatrics at 208 minutes. Again, cause and effective diagram, and that's again one of the TQM tools, even Six Sigma tools also there, will help to understand the root causes for these variations. So this is the things are there. Before I say, I'm very thankful to the organizers who really, makes the, given me an opportunity to present this one. Okay, please, madam, please. Oh, 1 minute, madam. What is the again? Can you please?
Yes,
Can
sir.
you please?
I'll repeat again.
Okay.
How
Okay.
can we implement Six Sigma
Okay.
technique to
Okay.
find the problems and to correct them in the field of public administration?
Okay. So, madam, as I already explained, the Six Sigma have a solution for everything. Even for the public administration we can do that. How you do the things? See, when you look at the public administration, more focus on the policies actually. So what are and not only the policies, here comes the political issues. So when you defining the problems, okay, so we want to define the problems for public administrations, you have to look at, you identify the political issues and what is the things. Then once you know that, you can go ahead with how you policy planning and how you are going to formulate the plan, because it is completely with the public activities. So there, it is actually Six Sigma may help them in, going for a better plan activities. So then once they derive this one, different policies and the plans, they can implement it actually. And also they can see that how they can analyze, what you can say that the policy evaluations, impact analysis can be possible actually. So once the impact analysis, they can get it, so they can get the feedback, and always the revision of policy is there. So definitely you can work Six Sigma even for the public administration. There's nothing difficult for that actually. It is possible.
Sir, one more question.
And what are the things I want to tell you about is, see, what is more important is how the political issues and other things are there, they have to take care of actually.
Okay. Sir, one more. Is there any case studies regarding Six Sigma failure cases?
Definitely, madam. That's what I actually explained about how they fail. Probably available there. Of course, I have not gone through that. Definitely it is there. So because of course, why we are not able to reach as per our goal is itself giving the meaning of why it fails actually. It is available. But in most of the things, nobody will, speaks about their failures actually. Probably they may give some reasons are there. Even in my presentation, I already explained that what are the reasons for the failures actually.
Yes,
So
sir.
definitely, yes.
Last question.
Okay.
What are the challenges to implement Six Sigma in technical education and institutions?
Of course, as I very, very clearly told, see, the challenges are challenges, what I can say that the support of the management, the support of the higher authorities in the colleges, and very important is the faculty's involvement. See, here the ownership of the work is very important. So you take any problems, any of the whether it is in industrial organizations or whether the engineering college or any educations, our involvement in things are very, because as I very clearly told in my presentations, it is not one-time achievement. It is a continuous improvement is very important. Continuous achieving is very, very important. Definitely, those are the challenges for us.
Thank you, sir.
And sustaining. Okay.
Thank you, sir. On behalf of coordinators and management, I thank you for sparing your valuable time and enlightening us with the case study. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you all of all coordinators, principal. Okay, so give me these opportunities. Thank you once again. Thank you.